they had a lot of property, but she sold everything at throwaway prices because she just believed people, like most women, innocent, and obviously their financial status came down. My dad, I mean, though he was the second son, he was only 13 when my granddad passed away. So he had to take charge and, kind of ensure the sisters were married and whatever. So he grew up, he struggled, he had a quite a challenging financial journey. So that was the mindset that was drilled onto me as a little child during my growing up years as well, that, you'll have to hold on to money, you'll have to be, spending it wisely and stuff like that. So the two things I wanted to highlight here are, one is the culture. Our Indian culture, where mostly the men make the decisions, and the mindset. The mindset, in fact, today I was just talking to my daughter. So she said, oh, I don't like money. Money is boring. And she said, my only objective in life is to be happy. So I said, that's great. But to be happy, money is one ingredient, right? We tend to miss that at times. It's not that we need to go behind money, but then how is our mindset? I said, if you don't have this sort of a mindset, how are you going to attract money, right? So that is something that's important. I thought I'll just touch on that. So talking about financial empowerment, to me, I mean, this is what I think. Financial empowerment is when you have control over your finances and when you have the freedom to spend the way that you want to, without anybody questioning you to say, why are you spending this? Or, why do you want to do this? So if I were to put it as an equation, financial empowerment is equal to you, into brackets, control plus freedom minus the questions. And I think that is what is financial empowerment, when you know how you want to handle your finances. Financial decisions, especially for women, I think we take a lot of decisions based on our emotions and feelings. So financial decisions is equal to your emotions plus your feelings. So how do we take financial decisions, or rather, how are we supposed to take financial decisions? You customize. Each situation is different and it varies person to person. So there is no set formula for anybody. But having said that, normally we say, keep a tab on your finances, right? So how do you keep a tab? So I'm an acronym person. So TAB is an acronym. So how can you actually spend and, have a good control? T is the time. Is this the right time to spend? Anything before you want to take a decision. Is this the right time to spend? So T is for time. A is for affordability. Is a particular expense, is it affordable for me at this point in time? Is it a good expense or a bad expense? And B is the benefit. By spending this, what is the benefit that I'm getting? Right? So if you were to just mentally calculate this and take decisions, I'm not saying you should restrict yourself from indulging, because all of us are human, all of us have our own weaknesses, we like to indulge in what we want. So just take decisions consciously rather than just getting carried away. I mean, there could be like a new mobile, for example, that's just launched, or a fancy car. Definitely, I mean, all of us have to get it. I'm not saying no, but just check on these three parameters before you actually, indulge yourself in it. Looking at the future, what I would say is, again, we spoke about beliefs. What sort of beliefs do we have, as women especially? What is the subconscious message that we are telling our own self? What are the excuses? Is it like, are we attracting abundance, into our lives? That's something we need to take a call on. Emotions, again, especially women, we are so emotionally wired. So we'll have to see what sort of emotional decisions we are taking. To give you an example, a friend of mine, she's a homemaker, and she loves to indulge herself, which is fine. I'm not saying no. But again, at times as a friend, I feel she tends to overindulge. So one day when we had a conversation, so she has taken this decision based on an emotional incident that happened in her life. She was not happy with the way her husband had handled the money during the early years of marriage. And therefore, she's like, no, I will not stop myself from indulging in anything. So again, like Babu mentioned, is it your saving, your investment, or what is it? Like you have an appreciating asset and a depreciating asset. A car, for example, is a depreciating asset, right? Because if you buy a car today and you want to sell it even the next month, are you going to get back the same amount of money? Absolutely, right? So that's the difference. I mean, just be aware and be conscious of such differences and take decisions based on that. That is, I think, something important. You need to educate yourself to see which is right and which is wrong for you in your individual life at each circumstance, at each point in time, right? So be prepared, customize yourself, customize your lives, and be more aware, educate yourself. I mean, of course, you have people like Babu and Finsherpa who's there to help you, support you. So take the right choices that is meant for you, right? So all the very best.
Thank you, Sangeeta. Thank you. That was, it was like